Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Mankind about strong and independent women who make fools out of themselves on the internet. Should be a good watch, guys. Let's jump into it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Guys, I'm cooking and my baby is right here doing his due diligence.
What?
Hey.
What the f did you just say? Doing my what?
Due diligence. Due diligence.
Babe, stop.
I don't know.
Stop. You might as well say president. Might as well say president. I'm doing my due diligence.
President what?
My due diligence. You like due diligence? Due diligence. Don't do that shit, babe. For real, for real.
What is it?
Babe, you can't come here and be cute and then cut like that. You gotta say something we know. Something we know together.
All right.
How many women do you think were calling this man out for quote-unquote mansplaining and shaming a woman for having a speech impediment? Regardless of your answer, there's too many of them.
My baby's doing his stuff that he gotta do around the house. He's mowing the lawn.
Say it. Say it.
Due diligence. Due
It's not-
diligence.
Due diligence. You about to f me up. Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
I said, well, how hard can it be? Boys do it. And then I said, how hard can it be? Boys do it. And that time it hit me in my chest and I was like, oh my God, that is so real. That is so real. It's just too real. So literally how hard can it be? Boys do it.
Good job.
Of course, it's easier when a dude does something like lawn mowing, but that's just because dudes have enough common sense to be able to hold a lawnmower properly in the first place, it seems.
What are you doing? Trying to fix it so it doesn't collapse. Okay. It's an absolute. Stop it!
You stupid fucker! Fucking hell!
That is massive!
For fuck's sake, Olivia!
No need for that.
Fucking hell!
Worst moments in man history. 1920. Men give women the right to vote.
Meanwhile, yesterday.
We really appreciate this. We really appreciate it.
These women who intentionally shorten their hair so that men won't bother them were never going to have men talking to them in the first place, but they still think that, they're owning us by making themselves even more unappealing. Absolutely crazy.
What the fuck?
Well, the demon growl at the end was a real nice touch. Can someone please explain to me how we went from fighting for votes for women to that? The actual hell is wrong with these people?
That's what feminists are doing. They're standing up and educating.
What? No, are you crazy? Did you not just see what?
That's what feminists are doing. They're standing up and educating.
No, they're asking for government power and government handouts. They go around depriving men of jobs because you have to have quota of so many women. Assuming that women have been treated unfairly, you don't fight an evil by adopting it and practicing.
She is absolutely right. Modern feminism is rooted in hate, judgment, and entitlement. These women demand more while providing less, and men are supposed to celebrate their bravery for doing next to nothing.
It's so empowering.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself. I always wanted to graduate. Just kidding.
Those women's fathers must be so proud. Who are we kidding, guys? Their fathers were never around. That was a joke.
This is the worst.
Let's go. Chop, chop. I'm starving here.
I think she might be retarded.
Good job, little buddy.
What's concerning is how this company is prioritizing hiring quotas instead of having the right people for the job. This kind of stuff can have dangerous consequences later.
I'm recording because
I got a job, you guys.
Okay.
It's in Texas.
No way.
It's oil rigging.
No way. Doing what?
Actual rigging.
You're gonna be rigging. No, you're not.
I swear.
No, you're not.
I got the job.
You know that is literally the most demanding job on the face of the planet?
You guys know ExxonMobil?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what it is yet?
Do you have any idea what you're doing? You are literally going to be covered head to toe in oil for like 15 hours.
I'm quitting my job.
You are an idiot.
Yeah. Straight up. Please, I'm glad you're recording. You're going to look back and be like, wow, they were right.
Like, you will last
you
an
guys
hour.
don't think I can do it?
You'll last an hour. You'll last 1 hour. Yeah. I say 1 hour. I say you don't even make it out into the field.
No thanks, Mace.
Yeah, I don't think you understand, like, what it...
I don't know what's worse, guys, this woman thinking that working on an oil rig is easy, or the fact that this oil company would rather hire a woman than a man who's actually capable of doing the job.
The women start with the simplest job on site, bundling the logs. But even this comes with its own health warning.
Guys have been killed lots of times by going in behind there. Never, ever, ever do it. If you do that, you'll get sent home.
Now it's time for the women to show the men what they're made of.
Did it okay. Natural.
The idea that men are physically suited better for certain jobs has become so offensive that women are willing to risk their personal safety in a pathetic attempt to prove men wrong. And to be honest, guys, I say let them do it.
She's the worst person I've ever seen try to bundle.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
They're not cut out for logging. They're too pretty. They're good looking.
He's got the boner again.
Definitely get the sense that the guys think we're like these kind of little girls.
That's ridiculous.
That was really tough. But I appreciate that they need it done so much quicker than that.
Oh, they make it look really, really easy. It's not easy.
Do we fire him?
Not yet.
And that concludes the lessons for the day.
This woman is laughing and having a fun time as her safety gear falls off her body. This is a dangerous work site that can seriously injure people when work isn't done properly, and she thinks that it's, she thinks that it's funny and cute, okay, that she can't do the work.
I live in an area that was affected by the hurricane, and everywhere I go, there is cleanup happening right now. It's 90-degree weather right now, and there are crews of men cleaning everything up from the hurricane. I have yet to see a single woman doing any of the cleanup. I'm sure there's a rare one out there, but I haven't seen them. The reality is the majority of the hard, back-breaking work that is done in society is done by men. The linemen that were camping in their trucks for 3 days at the fairgrounds, all of them were men. So if you're a screaming, high-body, fat feminist, at least thank the patriarchy for always cleaning up after natural disasters. And yes, the machine sound in the background is being operated by a man.
What? There is nothing wrong with admitting that society needs men to keep things going, but for some reason, women are the first ones to say they could do the same back-breaking labor as men, but they don't feel like they should have to.
If a man calls you a good woman, take that as an insult. Feminism has fried our brains. And yet, in 2024, being called a bad bitch would be the highest form of flattery. But being a good woman, how dare you? Something is seriously psychologically wrong with the modern feminist movement.
We're rejecting traditional masculinity because it's toxic. And it's toxic because it's powerful. Masculinity begins early with the philosophy of boys will be boys. This omnipotent maxim is too often resorted to as a justification for boisterous, mischievous, and overly competitive behavior.
So in other words, being boys. She's literally describing what boys have been doing for thousands of years, and all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, it's now toxic for boys to do this kind of behavior. Go figure.
Boys will be boys becomes an ingrained mantra for boys to live by and girls to accept and let slide. It restricts the expression of children. Be yourself does not apply to the boys who have to be boys. It is no surprise that many men struggle to reconcile their own precarious masculinities with this harsh cultural expectation of manhood. Manhood generally has to be earned and maintained through actions in a way which womanhood doesn't. Masculinity is not something anyone is born with, but is something that is nurtured.
If masculinity is earned, then does that imply that femininity must be earned as well? It's always awfully convenient to me, guys, how, women can define what masculinity is, and it just so happens to be defined as everything she doesn't like about men.
Most men will never voluntarily want to be everything that standard requires, and most men will never be able to be everything that standard requires. And this is where the struggle begins. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be tough and wanting to lead. But there is something wrong with considering these traits necessarily and exclusively masculine. Rejecting traditional masculinity is necessary, as it liberates men who don't comply with its norms.
Notice how she doesn't really have any talking points about positive traits about masculinity. Everything about it is negative, and she doesn't actually point out any solutions, only that masculinity hurts her feelings, so apparently therefore it's bad. This is impressive for a guy, but if you ask any modern woman, apparently defending them from dangerous animals would be considered the bare minimum, guys, for chivalry. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.